Hello friends, this is your lecture video for Essay 2 for English 101. The first thing that we're going to do is go over the description sheet and all of the directions for the essay itself. Remember that for Essay 2, you are graded differently than Essay 1, the diagnostic essay. To find the rubric for this essay, you will need to go to Course Resources and scroll all the way down to the 101 grading rubric. And this will be the new rubric for Essays 2 through 5. So if you want to know how you're being graded, please look at those so that you know exactly what I'll be looking for when I grade your essays. Also, I want to point you to this video down here. I've been showing this in class if you are in the in-person class, but if you do not know how to do your document in MLA formatting, here is that video that we've watched in class. But not only that, if you are in an online class, this is the video that you need to be looking at to set your document up in the correct format. Again, everything that you need for Essay 2 is listed here in the Essay 2 module on Blackboard. Please note that the possible topics for essays 1 through 5, they're always listed at the top of every module. So you'll hear me talking about this in a moment, and this is where you will find that. Here is also the MLA format video and some formatting your works cited page if you miss the in-person class on how to do in-text citations and works cited pages. There's also an informational video here on the Essay 2 module, and this is the only place that you'll see this video. So if you need to refresh your memory, if you're writing Essay 3 through 5, please come back to this module to write or to view the video on how to write your introduction. I'll be going over this in class for all of you in-person students. So if you want to hold off watching this video until after you hear the lecture, that's a good idea. If you're in an online class, then this will be appropriate for you to watch. If you have any questions, please let me know. All right, so back to our description sheet. For Essay 2, you will be writing a descriptive essay in which you will describe a current issue that is not being widely covered by a media source, how it impacts life, and what significance it may have on the future. So I really want you to be thinking about a topic that you know that I will not know anything about. I love learning new things about what's going on in our society. So I'm looking for these niche topic ideas that I wouldn't know, that it's not covered by Fox News or MSNBC or CNN. These are things that are not widely covered, but maybe covered on social media or shows that you may watch or reality TV. On the possible topic choices for the essay, you will want to scroll down to Essay 2. So I'm looking for things like social media arguments, cold or unsolved cases, incidences of misjustice, maybe music industry disputes, a television show drama between maybe the characters or the plot. And then I'm also open to other ideas, but you will need to get my approval on the topics before you write them if they're not one of these 5. So if you have another idea, I am definitely open to hearing it, and but you will need to get it approved before you write about it. So be thinking about your topics while we discuss what we're going to write today. Description essays explain something and provide concrete, interesting examples and descriptions so that the reader understands the subject better. However, it does not give opinions on the subject. So, for instance, if you are writing about a music industry dispute, I don't want to know your opinion on who's right or who's wrong. I want you to provide both sides of whatever the argument is. I want you to talk about how this argument impacts the life of whatever music industry it's a part of, and then what significance this feud might have on the future. I do want your topics to be current issues, not something of the past. So please be, thinking about that as you think about your subject. This essay should include a thesis statement that is precise and describes the entire scope of the paper to the audience. The essay should follow a logical, well thought out structure. All of this structure is provided for you on this page as well. So I've already written your thesis statement and the structure to the paragraph. All you have to do is follow that structure and put in the appropriate information in the spaces that are there. Okay, so you don't have to make up anything on your own. It's already provided for you. Possible topics, we'll pass around a sign-up sheet in class, and you can also preview the topics again through the list on Blackboard. So if you're in in-person class, I will want to know your topic choice by the end of the class period the next time I see you. If you are in an online class, we will do some type of poll, and I will send you the link to your email. Please note that the failure to submit the essays process work on time allows for up to 40% of the essay's grade to be reduced. The usage of artificial intelligence as marked by Turnitin will be graded as an automatic F. Plagiarism as marked by Turnitin will be graded as an automatic F. Failure to follow all instructions listed on this description sheet will be graded as an automatic F, and any errors in citations, whether in text or on the works cited page, will be graded as an automatic F. So in addition to what you did last week, you will be submitting your works cited page only. Those will always be due on the Monday after you submit your map. So the map is due Friday, your works cited page is due Monday, your outline is due Tuesday, your rough draft is due the Thursday. So please be unique as you come up with your choice, your topic. You need to be looking for all of the sources that you think you're going to use in your paper. You will need 2 sources with correlating in-text citations and a works cited page. Now you can have more than 2 sources. However, this is not a very long paper, and remember that 80 to 85% of the paper should be your own writing, not sourced out material. So please make sure you keep that in mind as you look for those sources and create your works cited page that's due on Monday. Main goals for the essay are to focus your essay with a strong thesis statement. It needs to, 1, describe the event, 2, describe how the event impacts life today, and 3, describe what significance it may have on the future. So if you scroll down and look at the thesis statement, it's going to do all of that that I asked you to do if you follow this thesis statement. So blank, your topic, is a current issue that is facing society that is not being widely covered by media that impacts people today and will affect the future in many ways. So, please make sure you're using this thesis statement as the one for essay 2, because it covers the scope of the assignment. Descriptive essays, again, show rather than tell. Your topic sentences for body paragraphs 1, 2, and 3 should validate and mirror the thesis statement, which they are given to you. Body paragraph 1, blank, is a current issue that is facing society today that is not being widely covered by the media. Blank is a current issue that is facing society not covered by the media and impacts people's lives in various ways. The blank event has significance for the future as well. So make sure that you are following, again, the structure of each body paragraph, not only so you don't make an F on the paper, but so that you're setting yourself up for the structure of the paragraph that will make sense and flow in the correct manner. Create organized body paragraphs, again, that focus on one main point each. Your first paragraph should describe the event. Your second paragraph should describe how the event impacts life. And the third paragraph should describe what significance it may have on the future. So 3 individualized paragraphs. This essay must include 2 sources with correlating in-text citations and a works cited page. I've already talked to you about that. And again, we will be going over how to do that in class if you are in the in-person class. If you are not in the in-person class, please make sure you're watching the informational videos that are on Blackboard in the Essay 2 module. Here are some good reminders for your essays. You should use multiple examples and explanations to highlight and prove your topic sentence. That comes in with number 4 on this essay. So make sure this section should be 3 to 5 sentences. This section up here, number 2, should be 3 to 5 sentences. So make sure these are healthy paragraphs. You want to stick very close to these guidelines for the how to write essay 2. Avoid taking a stance or providing opinions. We talked about that before. Don't provide your opinions. If you provide your opinions, you're going to be tempted to use the words I, me, you, your, we, us, or our, which you cannot use in this essay. Also, when you're writing, please make sure you're not writing with contractions. That's just good practice for your formal writing and your rough draft and final copy. Also, you will need to use your critical voice to explain and describe your topic. Follow MLA guidelines. It should be double spaced with an info block and header, typed with 1-inch margins. Avoid spelling, mechanical, and grammatical errors. Avoid awkward or incorrect wording. It should be a narrow topic with a clear thesis and 5 paragraphs, all indented with a clear structure. Again, this essay is the essay where you have to write all 5 paragraphs. So in the diagnostic essay, I wrote the introduction and conclusion for you. However, for this essay and all remaining essays, you will be writing the entire paper yourself. So please make sure if you are not in the in-person class, or if you are and you miss class, you need to be watching the video on how to write the introduction. You need to be watching all of these formatting videos so that you are clear on what is expected when you turn your paper in. Again, and always, you should write your essay for an educated, informed audience who is not in this class and may not be familiar with the terms or examples that you may use. Especially for this essay where you're looking for topics that I will not know anything about, you will need to make sure that you summarize key ideas, define any terms that might not be familiar to me, and choose appropriate diction to help me, the reader, understand your topic. Here's some good transitional statements to use to begin examples with, just if you need a refresher. Please note that any dates, percentages, or any other information that is not common knowledge should have an in-text citation. Now, I have created this document that goes with this essay on works cited information, and you need to make sure dates, percentages, any number should have an in-text citation, because any number is not going to be common knowledge to anyone. So it should have an in-text citation. Now, if you pull a direct quote from something, then you will need to just only put the in-text citation at the end of the sentence before the period. If it's a direct quote from a website, book, any kind of source, then that will have to have quotations around the quote and then also the in-text citation. You should have in-text citations for everything. No matter what you do, I should see the sources in the parentheses at the ends of your sentences where you've gotten information from a source that is not you. Okay, so you please read through the How to Write Essay 2 thesis and topic sentences. Here's your thesis statement. You will see all of this copied over to your map. Also, you will need to go through the works cited information, looking at how your works cited page should be set up, looking at what information is not common knowledge and needs to have an in-text citation. Remember, you get an automatic F if you do not follow these directions. So you will want to make sure that your works cited page, your rough draft, is all ready for me to view on the non-lecture class day if you are in class. And then if you are an online student, you need to make sure that you are submitting your rough drafts with your works cited pages so that I can make sure those match up before you send in your final copies or turn it in. That is the only way to mitigate getting an F for citation errors. So please make sure you work ahead of time to have all of that stuff ready for me to look at. And that way you don't find yourself in a position where you failed your paper because you didn't have your stuff ready for me to look at. Okay. There are videos on how to do this on Blackboard in the SA2 tab. I'm not going to go over this in this video. The other things that are associated with this essay is your map, and you will find that your map matches the How to Write document. So all you need to do on your map is fill in your current issue for your topic sentences, Give me a quote from a source, making sure that you have your in-text citations there. Here is all of the works cited information that I want to know, and your commentary, which is number 4 on your how to write paper. Okay, so if you have any questions about the map, please let me know. Outline is blank. That means you have to write everything, but everything should match up with your how to write sheet. So if you're pulling that description sheet out and you're looking at your how to write sheet, there are 5 blanks here, okay? And there are 5 blanks here on your outline. So what is on your outline should match what you have on for your description sheet. So number 1, blank is a current issue that is facing society that is not being widely covered by media. Okay. Number 2, blank began. This section should be 3 to 5 sentences. Number 3, that's where your source goes. Sources state, comma, and then put your quotation in parentheses at the end. Number 4, explain the effects to the people that are involved in the scandal, event, drama, or dispute. This should be 3 to 5 sentences. Number 5 is your conclusion, and all you need to do is copy it over onto here, okay? So you will do that with all 3 paragraphs. Now, your conclusion, do just that. You restate the thesis statement as it is written here. Okay, this is the first thing you do in your conclusion. You summarize your 3 subpoints of the essay. So give me the most important thing from paragraph 1, 2, and 3 that you've said and summarize it here, and then leave the reader with an interesting final impression of the overall topic. Your conclusion should be 8 to 10 sentences, just like every other paragraph in your essay. It should just conclude points. Don't introduce anything new in your conclusion. Just summarize all the things that you've said. For your introduction, again, I'm not going to go over introductions in this video because there's a whole separate video on introductions for you to watch. So please make sure that you watch that to know how to get to the main point 1. Okay, so think of this whole paper as a roadmap, and the introduction is where we start our journey. If you have any questions, please email me and let me know. I'll be glad to help you any way that I can. Have a great day.